Hey Internet, Eric here again. Back with a movie review for the category of my movie thoughts. Today is a blind review, and by blind review I mean that I have never seen this movie before until just recently, and I'm giving you my thoughts. They're fresh in my head, yada yada yada. Normally when I do my movie thoughts, I own the video, so it kind of, I show the physical copy. And it kind of you kind of can figure out that if I own the fucking movie, I've enjoyed it. Well, I heard of this movie through a podcast that I frequently listen to, and the actor was on the podcast promoting it, and I thought, you know what, this movie could be so bad it's good, so I will give it a shot. Well, this movie is Command Performance with Dolph Lundgren, the big Swede himself. Yeah. If you saw my last video, my Charlie Sheen, why was Charlie Sheen so popular when he was crazy video, I told everybody that I would be reviewing this movie next. And it could either be so bad it's good, or it could be a piece of shit. And I said I was preparing myself with some wild turkey. And I would prepare myself with some wild turkey while I watched this the first time. I shut it off after like 45 minutes. But, you know what? I was thinking to myself, maybe it's the wild turkey, maybe I've had too much, maybe I'm just tired. So I just re-watched it. And I have to say, it wasn't the wild turkey that made me turn it off. Alright, here we go. Command Performance came out in 2009, starring Dolph Lundgren. And simple cookie cutter plot. I will read the fucking Netflix synopsis because that's basically the easiest way to get this out. Dolph Lundgren directs and stars in this high-octane thriller, as a rock drummer Joe, whose band is playing the biggest show of its career in Russia, when mercenaries storm the stage and take hostage, thrusting Joe into an unexpected rescue mission. Okay, yeah. With American pop star Venus, played by Melissa Smith. I'm sorry I fucked up your name, but you know what? You sucked in this movie, so it's as good as you're going to get. And the Russian first family captive, Joe teams with an agent, played by some guy, in a daring attempt to end a madman's bloody siege. Alright. Don't get me wrong. I am a big Dolph Lundgren fan. I love Rocky IV. I'm a huge fan of the original The Punisher with him as Frank Castle. Fucking great in The Expendables, Universal Soldier, everything. And the thing is, this was straight to DVD, and that never deters me. I think of just because it's straight to DVD doesn't mean it's crap. I mean, look, Jean-Claude Van Damme has got shit ton of straight to DVD movies, and I like a lot of them. However, this Command Performance by Dolph Lundgren, probably the most boring action movie I have seen in quite some time. Okay, first off, Dolph wrote this as well as directed this, and the thing is, it seemed like he was going for his version of maybe Die Hard, because it's like the guy, the wrong place, the wrong time, gotta rescue hostages from these terrorists. Okay, I can go with that. And the thing is, it wasn't really a Die Hard vibe, it was more of a rip-off of Jean-Claude Van Damme's Sudden Death, which is the same fucking movie, which is in itself a rip-off of Die Hard. And when it comes to Die Hard rip-offs, this is probably the worst one. Dolph is Dolph in this movie. I mean, he's there with very minimal dialogue, which is fine. I mean, that's what works for Dolph. He's there more as a physical presence than, a vocal presence. And this movie starts off, and he's the drummer of this really shitty band. And the reason why I say it's really shitty is I love all type of music, but what it is this band is like the most stereotypical, generic pop rock type of band there is. Trying to be tough, trying to look cool because Dolph's, got tattoos all over his body and he drums with no shirt, and it takes you out of the movie when the song that they're playing is so bad. And before the concert, I don't know if they're trying their best to make Dolph a likable character. Joe, he plays Joe, he just goes by Joe. A likable character because he meets the pop star Venus, played, what was her name? By Melissa Smith. And I guess Melissa Smith is well known for trying out for the Pussycat Dolls. Who fucking cares? I mean, your acting skills shows that you should stick to music. But, she meets up with Joe and she talks about how hot he is and how cute he is. And then there's another ongoing thing where Dolph is talking to one of the reporters about, how does it feel to be a drummer while, the Russian family is here, for your concert, blah, blah, blah. And then off camera she says, oh, you're kind of cute. Why is this a ongoing thing? Is Dolph Lundgren really that cute? I mean, ladies and I guess guys out there too. Dolph Lundgren really that cute? I mean, I'm not talking about Rocky IV Dolph Lundgren. I'm talking about Dolph Lundgren now. 2009 Dolph Lundgren. Expendables Dolph Lundgren. But that was just stupid. Dolph Lundgren as a director, let me see. I don't know if this was really his fault or not, because a lot of this happens when he's on screen and obviously someone else is behind the camera. A lot of whoever is doing that decided on a lot of shaky cam movements, and it's hard to stay focused on what's happening on screen. I mean, they're doing it during a lot of action sequences, but when the camera is going just all batshit crazy, it's hard to pay attention and know what the fuck is going on. So I don't know if that was really Dolph's fault or if it was like the assistant director, but it came off really bad. Acting is horrible. I mean, like I said, this Melissa Smith chick. See, I've said her name 3 fucking times and I don't even remember. And it's the most generic name. Melissa Smith. I mean, I can't even remember what she was because she starts off as the stereotypical pop star princess bratty bitch, okay? She's there just for the money. She didn't get a good enough gig. Everything backstage is horrible, blah, blah, blah. So, she's going to be one of the hostages, okay? But you've already made her so fucking unlikable that no one gives a shit if she lives or dies. And then, of course, her brother is her asshole agent. You don't give a shit about him if he lives or dies. Spoilers, he dies. No one cares. We move on because he's never mentioned again until the very end where she shoots somebody and says, that's for my brother. Okay. Is there anything... I will say this, there is some good action. When it does happen, there's some good shooting sequences, some good explosions, some very good hand-to-hand fights. Like when Dolph finally fights the main villain, and it's just this hand-to-hand fight, in like I guess the basement. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know where they ended up by the end of this movie because I was so fucking bored. But, it's a very good choreographed fight sequence, and it's really brutal and really good. So I'll give it props for that. But the problem is, this is an action movie, and there's not that much fucking action in it. A lot of it is exposition, and what's going on here, and what's going on here, and we're talking to the Russian government, or the Russian military, and how they're going to get, the Russian president and his family out, and how to stop these people, and how to stop that people, and who the villain really is, and when they finally explain who the villain really is and why he's doing this, no one fucking cares because A, you've checked yourself out like I was because this movie's so goddamn boring, or when they finally reveal who he is, you're just like, that's it? So, spoilers, it goes from a terrorist plot where he says he wants money to a revenge plot, okay? The Russian president in the past was either a governor or a judge, or, like I said, it doesn't matter, a political figure, and the Russian terrorist father was put on trial, eventually found guilty, and it caused the terrorist's father and mother to commit suicide in front of the terrorist. So now this is all a big revenge plot because of that. No. I was praising the action, And some of the action, like I said, was really, really good. But then you get this over-the-top crap that is just like, it would be, for some reason, it seems like it would be cool, but it's so god-awful and stupid. There's a scene where Dolph is fighting one of the terrorists in the backstage area, and they're rustling around and they're rolling around on the ground. And Dolph, of course, takes a drumstick because he's a drummer, and sticks it through the man's neck and out his eye. Is that physically possible? I mean, yes, you can kill a man by actually stabbing it in his eye, right in his eye. But can you actually push a drumstick through the man's bottom of his chin all the way out to his eye socket? That was a little unbelievable to me, but, I'm no fucking doctor, and, it just took me out. And then, of course, with him being in a rock band, you have to have him kill someone with a guitar. So, you have all the terrorists on stage, and they have just taken the people, a lot of the people hostage. And they're standing on stage, and of course Dolph is back there, trying to figure out what to do. And he sees that they're standing in front of one of these giant speakers. So he, of course, plays a hard guitar chord, temporarily distracts them due to the loud noise, and he comes out and he swings in the guitar, bashes them over the head like you always see, which breaks the guitar, and he takes the guitar neck and impales somebody. Alright, I'll give it props for that, but it's just like, maybe if you would have done that instead of the whole drumstick thing, I would have thought it would be a lot cooler, but no. Now, a lot of the action sequences are done really well. I mean, when the gore is good. The gore is good. There are some gory shots, like headshots and blood behind them, blood shooting up behind their head onto the wall. That's really done well. But overall, Dolph, I don't know what the fuck you were doing. I mean, I seriously think, like I said, I think you were trying to make Die Hard, and it ended up being Sudden Death from the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. And then you throw in some stuff from the movie The Rundown with The Rock and, what the fuck is his name? Stifler. Fuck, fine, I'll edit his name in the bottom. Because you have this whole subplot of why Dolph Lundgren doesn't want to use guns. And that was something that you blatantly stole from The Rock in The Rundown. Shit. And why would you even steal from a Rock movie? Because that's just desperation. And spoilers. This will go with it. When Dolph is working with, what did I fucking say? Because like I said, he's working with Venus, and then he's teaming up with an agent named Mikhail in an attempt to stop a madman's bloody siege. Okay, he's teaming up with Agent Mikhail. Okay, some throwaway character that no one gives a shit about. And Mikhail flat out asks, "Hey, how do you know how to fight like this?" Okay, and you think he's got like some big past. Was he some CIA agent? A hitman? No. Joe says, "I was with a biker gang in California." Yeah, that's his explanation. He was in a biker gang in California, so that's not how he knows how to fight and kill people. What the fuck? Are you ripping off on Sons of Anarchy now? Because if you watch that stupid fucking show, they make bikers seem to be like these tough badasses. And don't get me wrong, I don't know any bikers, actual bikers. That's just the reputation they get, blah, blah, blah. But still, do you think just because, you're in a biker gang, you can fight and kill people? You know how to fight and kill people? Give me a fucking break, dude. And then you find out the reason why he doesn't like guns is because, spoilers, like you're never going to fucking watch this movie. His brother was killed, and then, his brother was murdered. He went and found the guys, and he shot them to death. And he says, "I've always tried to avoid guns ever since then." No. Alright. Shit. I've already talked for like almost 15 minutes, and that's 15 minutes too long about this movie. So, yeah. Command performance. Dolph Lundgren. Avoid it like the plague. And that's coming from a Dolph Lundgren fan. Seriously. Did I hate this movie? No, I didn't hate this movie. There are worse movies out there than this, but not much. But then again, I was also going in with very low expectations. Because, well, A, if it's a Dolph Lundgren movie, Do you really have high expectations? I mean, this is fucking He-Man from Masters of the Universe, which I enjoy. I enjoy Masters of the Universe. I don't enjoy Command Performance. I enjoy Masters of the Universe over Command Performance. That should tell you something, okay? So, sorry, Dolph. This is a fan telling you to go fuck yourself after this movie. Yeah, so that's my review for Command Performance. Highly negative. And that makes me sad. It really makes me sad. Anyways, alright. Thank you for joining me for this very disappointing review. But the thing is, what is nice though, I mean, it's not nice that I had to watch this movie. It's nice that I finally have a movie on my channel where I don't praise. Which is why I'm going to start doing more of these blind reviews. Well, yeah. God, this movie was so bad. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for, wasting your time listening to me talk about a shitty Dolph Lundgren movie. I almost called him Jean-Claude Van Damme. You know what? Maybe I should watch a Van Damme movie. I'll fucking watch Street Fighter. That can watch this taste out of my mouth. I like Street Fighter. Street Fighter is better than this fucking movie. And that's saying something. Because Street Fighter is horrible, but I love it. But I couldn't love it as... Fuck this movie. Anyways. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're a new viewer. If you are a current subscriber, I thank you for your support. And I'm going to go through the usual spiel. Please tell your friends. Share my video. Please tell your enemies. If you don't like this video, maybe they'll enjoy it or maybe they will suffer through it like you have. Shameless plug, I'm also on another YouTube channel called Whitey the White Guy. And it's literally me here in my basement with my buddy Whitey. That's his YouTube name. As you can see, I already said my name is Eric. But if you look down at the YouTube handle, it says Cracker. I play the role of Cracker, so that's where that came from. But we're just two white boys from the Midwest reviewing movies and telling stories. So please give that channel a like or a check out at least. And for my channel, please check out my older videos too. See if you like any of them. I do a lot of movie reviews, like I've said, and a lot of random things. I've told George Lucas to go suck a bag of dicks in a video. I've wondered why the hell Charlie Sheen, when he was crazy, was so popular. And just typical yarns and rants. So, in closing, I will say, cheers. Thank you for watching, and fuck, Dolph. Seriously? I'm gonna have to go watch The Punisher now. Thank you.